Hello, how you doing? Really sorry if this camera is really blurry. I'm not sure how to control that. Like sometimes it's blurry, sometimes it's not. It's really weird. But at least with these reaction videos, my face isn't like the focal point. So there's that at least. Anyway, yep, we did it. We have finally reached the end of CinemaWins' Harry Potter videos. So I've decided to just do the two Deathly Hallows movies back to back. So I'll watch part one for this video, then I'll pause, and I'll watch part two right after. So that'll be fun to do. So that's why my shirt will stay the same. So yep, I can't believe we're actually pretty much done with this series. It's sad that this will be the last time we'll talk about CinemaWins and Harry Potter, but oh well. So yep, starting with Deathly Hallows Part One, which I like. It's good. It's my second least favorite movie of the series, just because it does feel like a lot of setup. Like the whole movie is a setup for Part Two, and when it ends, it's a little underwhelming. And I'm just like, now I'm gonna have to watch Part Two to get the satisfaction that I crave. But it's still good. It's still got plenty of, like, it's got its really dark tone. It's got some death. It's really sad how things turn out, and progress the story even further with destroying another Horcrux. That's all well and good. So with that in mind, let's get this over with. Great. About Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. No spoilers for both Part 1 and Part 2. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I hate that sound effect.
Rocket sound sets the stage for how torturous this film is.
Literally.
To my ears.
Yeah.
But in a good way. Something I haven't brought up yet is the slow darkening and deterioration of the WB logo until you get to part one of this movie and the logo is actually rusting away before your eyes.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah. There's Davy Jones. I'm sorry, like anytime Bill Nighy is in a movie, I just hear Davy Jones now. Just it's inevitable for me, cause just the way he talks.
Remain strong.
Look, I realize he's technically a good guy, but who else is waiting for Bill Victor Nighy to try to drain your blood or curse you to slavery on a ship?
Exactly, curse slavery on a ship. Yeah. Oh, this opening was really
The score
good.
in this opening does such an amazing job of making you feel all the emotions. Familiarity with this world we feel a part of, yet sadness that this story is coming to an end and hesitant about how it will end. All while we can feel a build towards something bigger than we've seen before.
Obliviate.
Ah, Catelyn. It's sad, I know. But at least this way you won't remember the Red Wedding.
Uh-huh.
And a little personal sacrifice from Hermione to spare her muggle parents. Her muggrants.
Very nice.
Ugh, seeing Snape smoke around as a Death Eater just makes your heart sink.
It
But
does,
also,
yeah.
Alan Rickman is always a win as he T-1000s through the gate.
Oh, T1000. I didn't even think about that. I'm sorry, VLC has that weird glitchy thing it does sometimes. I'm really sorry about that.
Now the score takes a turn from nervous apprehension to full-on sinister dread.
Severus, I was beginning to worry you had lost your way.
First line from Ray Fiennes, a man that combines the most soothing voice with sheer terror in a way I'll never fully understand, is an innuendo in.
Really?
He never really knows whose side Snape is on.
Literally.
And Eduardo Serra, the new DP for these last two films, proves his merit in this wide shot of the Death Eater meeting. The Malfoy house is monumental yet hollow. The fire is burning brightly, but you can still feel the chill in the air.
I know. I'd like to volunteer myself for this task.
Nope.
I want to kill the boy.
Nope.
And Helena Bonham Carter, who is always a win, is
Still.
still combining crazy and evil in a special way.
There it goes. Yeah.
Subtlest Snape smirk.
Oh, I gotta see that again.
Subtlest Snape smirk.
Sure, I guess I could kind of see that.
It is Miss Burbage's belief that muggles are not so different from us. She would have us mate with them.
Oh boy.
Well,
That's the whole thing with in the Fantastic Beasts movies. I just remembered because yeah, there was a whole thing with Queenie wanting to marry Jacob. I guess she does at the end of the series. I keep forgetting. Oh yeah, Secrets of Dumbledore ends with them getting married. Yeah. Oh yeah, Voldy is magical Hitler. Grindelwald was too. There are a lot of magical Hitlers in the Wizarding world.
least we know for sure Voldy is magical Hitler now.
Uh-huh.
Just to clear up something that keeps coming up so no one absorbs any misinformation from the comment section of my other videos, the snake in Philosopher's Stone that Harry frees is not Nagini.
No, it
That
isn't.
snake was a boa constrictor, Nagini is not. That is all.
Yeah, like why? It's like, wouldn't Nagini have killed Harry in Philosopher's Stone if, you know, if that was actually Nagini? So yeah, I remember Rowling was really upset about that. Like, no, why do people think that? Like, oh, just because it's a snake, you assume it's Nagini? It's a little racist, guys.
Well, also Nagini is terrifying.
Oh
I
yes.
used to feel nostalgia about something so terrible.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Bill Weasley.
Or there's General Hux.
Careful, Harry. He's been known to side with supreme evil leaders with disfigured faces.
Yeah, he also mentioned General Hux. Yeah.
All right, Granger, as discussed.
All the way Hermione just snatches that hair out. That's funny.
How that Hermione knew he wouldn't want to do it and crept forward so she'd be in position to steal some hair.
Yeah.
Goblin piss.
I've lots of experiences with that, do you, Maddo?
Just trying to diffuse attention. Oh, I'm gonna miss these guys.
I'd like to never see again, which is exactly why I chose it as the teaser frame.
Wow.
You would thank me for steering it into your retinas as well, but it's also continuing.
Oh yeah, that the Daniel Radcliffe's face with Emma Watson's hair. That's so creepy.
Take incorporating.
It's like that's something that you could see people making on a computer, you know, with those weird meme fonts people come up. Like, I know there are weird meme fonts, people like swapping faces of some characters. Like, like I've seen a lot recently about the new Snow White movie with people swapping Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler's faces. Like,
CGI that I can imagine took way more effort than appears.
Ooh.
As far as another Harry Potter action set piece goes, this one is pretty tense. Whoa, was Michael Bay the second unit director?
I thought that too. I thought this kind of feels like a Michael Bay action scene.
Seriously though, a literal lightning storm of magical battling.
Very cool. Hedwig! No!
Hedwig? And while she did give Harry away, she was still trying to protect him. So, self-sacrifice.
Better death than the book too, because in the book, Hedwig was literally just inside the cage, and then boom, she's dead. But in the movie, they actually have her like save Harry. Like, I love that. Like, makes Hedwig's death sting a little less. Because, oh man, I never thought I'd be attached to an owl, but there you go.
And another amazing improvement on the magical dual visualization.
Oh yeah,
Energy down, shattering Voldemort's new wand.
that's
Well,
cool.
It's been established that you can use magic to do house chores like the dishes. Sometimes you need to take matters into your own hands and distract yourself with a menial task.
Yeah.
Especially if all your kids are on a deadly mission.
That's fair. Yeah, Ron is the only one who kept his glasses.
Hugging.
I'm hurdy, Fred.
George with the ear.
Death experience jokes.
I was dead.
So that's an off-screen self-sacrifice.
Sure.
It's not the night, mate. We'd only be doing him a favour.
I like this little twist on the usual. It's not too often Ron is able to convince Harry of something.
Oh, that's
And he's
true.
right.
Yeah.
Nobody else is going to die. Not for me.
For you. You think Mad Eye died for you?
It's an intriguing message that while, yes, Harry is the chosen one, it doesn't matter that it's him. He's the MacGuffin. Protecting him saves the world.
Hold on, what'd
Mad Eye died for
that
you.
say?
It's an intriguing message that while, yes, Harry is the chosen one, it doesn't matter that it's
Sorry, I'm still getting used to VLC. Like, I have to hold shift to go back and forward 5 seconds instead of 10 seconds.
him. He's the MacGuffin. Protecting him saves the world.
What'd that say? Ah, crap.
Him.
I want to
He's
read
the
that.
MacGuffin. Protecting him saves the world.
Hold on. Rita Skeeter launches new book. Oh. Not clickbait. Okay.
Sit me up, will you?
Flirting.
Oh.
And love.
Yeah. I guess they're
And
together.
subtlety.
I leave my Deluminator.
What is it?
It's for when you want a dark street to drop a baby off on a doorstep.
Yep.
Very little else.
And apparently gives you messages like which felt like one of the most plot convenient things ever, but oh well.
I don't understand how this is Icky the crazy drug dealer or
Oh,
Nigel
yeah.
the kicker for the replacements. It legitimately confuses me. I guess long blonde hair gives me face blindness.
Okay. That's a lizard in The Amazing Spider-Man, huh? I didn't realize that for the longest time.
Come, Daddy. Harry doesn't want to talk to us right now. He's just too polite to say so.
If only we all had such situational awareness and intuition.
I love Luna.
After his father killed those 3 muggles. It was quite the scandal. Honestly, my boy. Are you sure you knew him at all?
What a stab at Harry's heart. One of the few things Harry had going for him was at least he felt like he somewhat knew Dumbledore. As
Oh,
distant as
yeah.
he'd been throughout the years, it was a reassurance he had. This movie goes a long way to remove any comfort Harry had left.
I remember the book went in a lot more into Dumbledore's backstory. Very similar to Half-Blood Prince, where the movie skipped a lot of Voldemort's backstory. These two movies skip a lot of Dumbledore's backstory, which I'm fine with at least the Dumbledore, because he's dead at this point, so it's a little weird to go back. But at the same time, he did have some interesting stuff, like apparently being in love with Grindelwald. Like, that's apparently canon. Sure, why not? What else was I gonna say? Like, I personally remember reading the book and thinking I wasn't interested just because I really wanted to get on with the story. Like, okay, can we get to the part where we destroy Horcruxes and stop Voldemort and all? Because I just didn't really care that much. But at least, you know, with Voldemort's backstory, it, like, you know, it felt like it was important. Like, oh, we need to know who he was so we can know how to defeat him now. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel. Play.
Ministry has fallen. Minister of Magic is dead.
Not Davy Jones.
Man, that happiness I was hoping for after Half-Blood Prince isn't happening. So far, Mad Eye's dead. Harry found out he didn't know Dumbledore as well as he thought. The magical minister of the Flying Dutchman's dead.
Flying Dutchman.
And now the wedding's being ruined by a bunch of murderous jerk faces. Oh, I do love a good club.
Oh, yeah.
What? It will always remind me of Jack Colt's camper interior and loaded weapon.
How'd they do that effect? Well, I don't know. She was probably like putting her hand and there's probably like a green screen under there and they just cut it out. I'm guessing that's what it was. But yeah, that's a really cool Mary Poppins bag effect.
Which is a good thing.
Undetectable extension charm.
You're amazing, you are.
Compliments. Wizardy sense.
Oh.
Being honest, I love the setup of this scene. With the camera sort of creeping around the corner like someone is already watching them.
Well, that's cool.
They feel safe, but they're still out in the open. Hermione's old standby. I actually like that each wizard reverts to what they know in a high adrenaline situation. It's realistic.
I'm thinking about that. Wouldn't people say Petrificus Totalis more often in wizarding duels? Because that's like an immediate, like, oh, I win. You know, I feel like more wizards would do that more often. Like, since Avada Kedavra is illegal, Petrificus Totalis would be the spell most wizards would do. Because, again, instant win. I freeze you. Boom. I win. Boom. Game over. So, like, I don't know. It's just something I just thought about.
We're alone.
Man, killing me with these double meaning statements in this movie. Gut-wrenching. Aw, a little allusion to them falling asleep holding hands. I'm coming around to Hermione. I know it's not unique to Harry Potter, but I'm always impressed by the level of detail that goes into a 3-second shot prop.
Cool.
So I called Dobby a hairless cat, but Creature is more like a hairless mole.
Oh.
Confirmed.
Screw you.
Whatever the Centaurs did to Umbridge was not enough to stymie that stupid giggle.
Harry Potter!
Oh, Dobby. Been a while.
No kidding. Even though they've done a poor job of including Dobby in the movies, I'll give them credit for throwing him into a scene that he wasn't actually in the book. So,
Yeah, I agree.
Identical one-race ruling groups ever use green and purple, or orange and charcoal. Black and red ties the pureblooders farther into Nazism, so it works. Just thinking out loud. These guys are cute, even if their deeds be dirty. David O'Hara does such a good job of channeling Radcliffe. I often find myself convinced it's actually Harry Potter in there, even if I keep waiting for Mr. X to get shot in the back of the head. Really, I have to give credit to all three of these actors. Each captures their teenage counterpart perfectly and hilariously. And
Heck yeah.
while stupefy isn't the spell I'd have chosen, it's satisfying to see him
Hold on. What'd that say?
chosen.
Sectum Sempra. Oh, but yeah. No, I would have totally done that with her. Yeah.
It's satisfying to see him throw her words back at her and get a little bit of revenge.
Oh, yeah. Must not tell lies.
One mustn't tell lies.
Yeah.
Nice meeting you.
Politeness.
Potter. It's Harry. Harry Potter.
Oh, screw you, dude.
What a perfect encapsulation of a snitch. Listen to his voice and look at his hair. You know he's a win. And I thought Enterprise in the 70s was dangerous. Still one of the coolest apparating transitions to date.
Oh, yeah.
And a brutal result.
Sorry. I don't want to pause on that, but that was brutal.
Hey, it's the nice coat guy from Bruce Wayne's early days.
Is it?
I'm doing everything I can.
You're not doing enough.
I said take it off now.
The constant background screeching of the Horcrux would be enough to make me go mad with rage.
Literally.
Being scraped across a plate over and over, but it's a perfect illustration of the gnawing evil that's affecting all of them so much.
No, okay. Funny thing, I remember saying like it's as bad. A screeching sound was as bad as a knife on a plate. And it was around my dad. I remember him going like, he's like he had never heard that before. He had heard of nails on a chalkboard, and I was thinking, I don't think I've ever actually heard that. Well, except in Jaws that one time, because I've always heard, oh, a knife on a plate. It is because I've eaten steak, and it is so piercing in the ears. You know, not literally piercing. You know what I mean? Because yeah, it is. I think we should like all change nails on a chalkboard to knife on a plate. You know.
The scene
The
in Ministry
perfume.
was comical but also tense. This is the most nerve-wracking scene in the film, and everyone does a perfect job at selling it. It's a perfect example of what their lives are right now.
You could smell it. My perfume.
Such a simple thing like still having the perfume from the wedding on almost being their undoing. They can't take anything for granted. A Ron starting to get jealous montage is the fastest way to lose a third of your party.
Yikes. Yeah.
Get some really pretty overhead wide shots? That's better.
Yeah, that's fair.
know how this feels. You don't know how it feels.
Your parents are dead. You have no family. Like, jeez, Rod. I've seen a meme about that. Like, man.
Clear it's made even more so once Ron returns that they're not themselves. While
Right.
the situation is stressful, they're treating each other in ways that only the evil influence would foster.
Oh yeah, this dance. Yeah.
Another great representation of what their existence is right now. Moments of fleeting happiness before the radio signal garbles out and they're reminded how dire their situation really is. It probably feels callous to show any joy. And I feel like this moment is a response to everyone begging for Hermione. Pot Ranger? It's as if Hermione, for a brief moment with Ron gone, gives into the idea and then almost realizes what Ron was seeing. The girl you love having another boy as a best friend is never easy.
Screech. I hate that Screech so much.
Screeching Horcrux again, hinting that something is off.
It turns out that's Nagini. Yep.
I thought everyone turning into Harry was terrible.
Yeah.
Quick reflexes. Leave it to Snape to give Harry one last little jab, one tiny insult. Here's the sword. Have fun drowning in ice cold water. Since the sword only appears to those that really need it, I guess making him earn it made sense.
Well, hold on. Was that an eye? Is that an eye on the locket? How have I never noticed that before?
That's pretty awful, and a perfect illustration of Voldemort's soul with so much evil trapped inside such a tiny vessel.
Literally, yeah.
Glossy skinned cartoony look of the Harry and Hermione of Ron's nightmares acting out all his worst.
Yeah. There's a kiss that people wanted, I guess, if you're a fan of Harry and Hermione being together. Yep.
Who could look at you compared to Harry Potter?
Yeah, I've been saying that forever. Keeping it light.
Just keep talking about that little ball of light touching your heart. She'll come round.
Wooing advice.
And gorgeous.
That's one of the funniest scenes in the series to me.
Those in favour?
Oh, Ron.
Oh, awkward win.
Yeah.
Well, that's fanciful. Like something out of a Miyazaki film. Yes, I know every time I mention anything about a Ghibli film, you ask me to do it. And I'd really love to try someday. They're just some of the most notorious copyright strikers.
That's true.
Their faces. Harry gets the best hiding your disgusted face win.
Twilight.
Midnight.
Mom always said
Mum
midnight.
always said midnight.
So what you're saying is that Molly Weasley hates Twilight. That must be why she kills Bellatrix. Probably murdered Cedric too, given the chance.
Yeah, I was wondering if he was going to mention the Cedric, whatever his name is, Edward Cullen connection.
Okay, so I know this movie is not the fastest paced, not a whole lot happens, but then you randomly throw in this beautiful animation of the three brothers.
Oh yeah, this is
Like something out of a
cool.
Leica film.
Another wizard stole the wand and slit the brother's throat for good measure.
Yikes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's in a PG-13 movie.
Who took us up?
Voldemort.
Ah, something you might miss and you'd be forgiven if you did, but you'll notice that the second Xenophilius says Voldy's name, the Death Eaters start coming.
Yep.
Then you realize that Hermione said his name in the diner and the Death Eaters pretty quickly show up.
If Voldemort really has taken over the ministry.
So when they start doing this,
You know who? You know who? You know who?
it makes sense. And I know there was a trace put on it in the books.
Right.
But they don't come right out and say it in the movie. Show, don't tell.
Cool.
So I know it's different in the book, but I'm pretty sure that the Snatchers found them because of the scarf Hermione tied to the tree for Ron earlier. Scabier is wearing a dark scarf when he stumbles onto them in the woods, and this is the same place she tied it. Another expertly shot high-speed tracking chase scene that makes the forest feel claustrophobic.
A little too much shaky cam in this scene, but you know.
Sounds of the forest floor and magic pops so sharp they make your ears bleed. Ooh, more quick thinking ingenuity for Hermione. Sometimes your best bet is the 25th hour of your bestie's face.
Everything will be forgiven. All will be as it was. You understand?
I've got to praise Jason Isaacs for this scene. He's been pretty one-note throughout the series, but he's so desperate for Voldemort to like him again, he'll use any means necessary. And Draco gets an attempt at mercy win.
I can't be sure.
Where'd you get that from?
Oh, this
It's mine now.
Badass bad girl.
Literally, yeah.
A scene I almost don't want to win because it
Oh, yeah.
The attachment of Umbridge's torture is less personal, but this is terrible.
Yeah.
Making me cringe is always pretty winny. Brutal.
Oh, yeah, with the mudblood end up.
It's a curious thing to keep in your sock.
Astute observations.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot to mention that with Aura to Phoenix, because, yeah, that was one thing the movie left out that they really shouldn't have. That the mirror that Harry got from Sirius, he breaks it, and then he keeps that shard, which then comes back in this scene when he uses it to call, for help in the Malfoy Manor. They cut that previous mirror scene from Aura to Phoenix. So if you hadn't read the book, you'll see this and wonder, where did Harry get that shard? Like, it's kind of weird how they handled that. Like, couldn't J.K. Rowling have told them, like, hey, the mirror that you're going to cut out, hey, that's important for later? Like, Rowling could have told them, right? Come on.
You can operate in and out of this room. Could you take us with you?
Of course, I'm an elf.
Dobby to the rescue.
Yeah.
City's so lucky. Goblin. The same won't be said for this one.
Like hell.
There you go, Ron.
Courage. Elves are the best.
Dobby never meant to kill.
Well, he's seriously injured.
More seriously
Oh.
I am glad that Dobby's death is given due time to set in and his sacrifice isn't glossed over. Aw, Dobby. My favorite hairless cat.
Yeah. I couldn't believe they killed Dobby. Like, oh, wow. Like, why would you do that?
happy to be with his friend.
Oh.
All right. Most depressing Harry Potter film ever.
Literally.
Knowing how the next film ends, I'm fairly confident in saying that this is the saddest of the series.
Yeah, I
It's
think
the Empire
so.
Strikes Back of the Harry Potter films. And
Yeah.
Dobby's death and Voldemort being at his most powerful is about as bleak as it gets. And in that way, this movie is, big surprise, another huge shift from previous movies in terms of
Oh, yeah.
amigos traveling around together, ducking in and out of cover is almost like a post-apocalyptic story with a Death Eater-run world. The bad guys are no longer the ones in hiding. While Splitting the Last Book has become a Hollywood staple, I really don't think it was solely about making more money this time.
I mean, it was the first one to do it. But yeah, I think it works here because there was so much in the book that they needed to cover.
And Deathly Hallows was one of the first, if not the first book to be split into two
Well,
films.
as soon as I say, he says it too.
There was a lot of story in the last book.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced this film needed to be 2.5 hours long, especially since it's past the halfway point of the book, but it gave the second part some breathing room and a great build-up. And when anyone complains about padding runtime, especially at this length, I'm always a tad confused. Directors have to fight with studios for their runtime. Shorter
Really?
films mean more showtimes and more money. I mean, I don't know, you pay the same price, but you get more to look at. So what you whining about? Just me, I guess. On to the movie. There's always been an undercurrent of racism against Muggle-born witches and wizards, but all the stops are pulled for Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Very
It's
much.
Global-style red and black mudblood propaganda in this one. And it's a good reminder that even in a society as civilized as this one, I guess, crazies like this still exist. And it's never been more relevant than in this social media fake news echo chambers we all live in right now. And I'm not talking about biased news. I'm talking about unequivocally false propaganda crap that's created just to make money on your click. Wow, wasn't I talking about the movie?
That's
Point is,
true.
Voldy is Hitler, and he's convinced a bunch of probably rational, magical people that intermixing is a bad thing. It's hard to talk about the themes of this film without talking about the second one, so I'll get into that next week. I'd say the strongest message in part 1 is one of friendship and relying on those you love. Also, the persistence to keep going even when things are at their worst. I like road movies. I'm probably not the biggest fan, but I like them. This film does a really great job of giving us a road movie that just crushes your spirit. Successes are so limited, failures and setbacks are so frequent. And
That's the I just hate to think about that bit with when Harry goes into the ice cold, like how cold is that, like especially when he's almost naked. It's like I don't want to think about that.
Style lent itself to some amazing cinematography and landscape shots.
That's fair.
The other thing having them on the road does is make this movie feel more intimate. Mostly just focusing on the main three pulls us into their struggle more than in past films. A lot of the first half of Deathly Hallows is a slow, plodding, sinking into despair while everyone falls deeper into defeat.
That's true.
Definitely sets up the conclusion in an expectant way. And this is the first film to completely break the established structure of these films.
It is,
no
yeah.
Hogwarts and very, very little whimsy, which is actually sort of a refreshing change after the formula that's been established for these stories. Performances were some of the best in the series so far. These kids have really all come into their own as actors, especially Rupert Grint.
Oh,
Their
yeah.
falling out scene is one of the more tense and believable so far in the series. The relationships in the throuple get deeper as well. The scene in Godric's Hollow at Harry's parents' grave was tender. And this movie starts to give us a glimpse of the sorrow and destruction that's to come.
Oh,
There are some losses I wasn't
yeah.
prepared for.
Oh boy.
Nonetheless, the stakes are high.
Oh
A good
man.
movie that obviously can't stand on its own without part 2.
No, it
That's
can't.
why it's called part 1. Next week, something completely different. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, that's part 2 next week. Yeah. Total win score 111. Award the best code name.
What's your name?
Dudley.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name? Peter, Griffin. Peter Griffin. Oh, crap.
Okay, that was my reaction to CinemaWins' Deathly Hallows Part 1 video. I really don't want to... Oh, my camera is not as blurry. That's weird how that turned out. But yeah, I'm just going to end the video right now because I really want to watch his Part 2 video. So I'm just going to stop the video right now. So thank you all for watching. In about an hour, you will see the final video. So peace.